Today's September 12th, 2024, and we are seeing the temple being rebuilt, and we've got readings in Ezra and Zechariah, and so we're going to look at Ezra as he recounts for us what is happening in chapter 5 and 6. And so chapter 5, it says that they began to rebuild the house of God in Jerusalem, and the prophets of God were with them, supporting them. Like, yeah, we know, this is it. We need to do this. At the same time, Tatanai, verse 3 of chapter 5, the governor of the province beyond the river, and Shethar-bozenai and their associates came to them and spoke to them. Who gave you a decree to build this house and to finish this structure? Well, what are the names of the people building? But the eye of their God was on the elders of the Jews, and they did not stop them until their report should reach Darius, and then an answer would be returned by letter. So the people are like, yeah, we need to be rebuilding. God's already been clear with us, so we're going to start rebuilding. And then, of course, someone comes along and say, well, who do you think you are? Like, what do you think you're doing? And so they send this letter to Darius, and, you know, who allowed you to do this? And we try to get names for you, you know, which, interesting, right? And this was their reply, verse 11, the people who are doing the building. We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth. We are rebuilding the house that was built many years ago, which the great king of Israel built and finished. But because of our fathers had angered the God of heaven, he gave him into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, the Chaldeans, who destroyed the house and carried away the people to Babylon. Like, they make no bones about what happened here. Like, this was a place of worship, but because our forefathers were disobedient to God, the God of heavens, he allowed the Babylonians to come to destroy it, take them away. However, verse 13, the first year of Cyrus, king of Babylon, Cyrus the king made a decree that this house of God should be rebuilt, and any of the gold and silver vessels restored and taken back. And now that's what we're doing. We're rebuilding. And so they, like, hey, search the archives to see if this is something that actually happened, and you can see. And so into chapter 6, Darius searched the archives, and they find, yeah, all these things were true. And so, yeah, they get all their stuff back so they can put them in the house of their God. And not only that, he offers them all that they need to rebuild. He's going to pay for it, whatever is needed, under tribute, whether other pleasing sacrifices to the God of heaven. And if anyone messes with them, look out. And verse 12, may the God who has caused his name to dwell there overthrow any king or people who should put a hand to alter this or to destroy this house of God that is in Jerusalem. I, Darius, make a decree. That God moves in the hands of pagan kings. And I think these are helpful things for us to remember as we come into an election season. We're not in a Christian nation. That was never the goal. Do we want more Christians? Of course. But by its very nature, that there's no one way, the way the nation is set up, it allows for, right? And a free exchange of ideas of all sorts. And so our goal isn't to say, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's a loving response to say, hey, here's what we believe. Here's who God is. Here's what God has done in the person of Jesus. And then as we look into the government and the realm there, that seemingly we just think, and we either write it off as simply corrupt, or as, you know, whatever will be, right? Like, there's just such a wide range of emotions and feelings behind all these things. And I think one of the main things we're supposed to do is to pray and to engage in a sense of blessing. Because when we bless and we work unto the Lord and we bring blessing in, we bless the community, we bless those around us. And those are huge ways. And then when there's big, huge policy things, we can ask God to move the hand of politicians. I mean, if he can move the hand of kings, why can't he move the hand of a city councilor, of a representative, of a senator, of a president? He can. And so those are great things to remember as we head towards November, but just in general through our lives. Man, when God puts something on your heart, go for it. Don't let anything or anyone stop you. Till next time, keep growing little by little.